Stop. Do not scroll past. Do not hit the skip button. What you are about to hear is not an ordinary message. This is not an entertainment video. This is not a lecture or some hollow advice you can hear and then forget. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Do you feel it? The strange tension in the air these past few days. The restlessness in your soul that has no explanation. Those nights you suddenly wake up at 3 a.m., heart pounding, staring into the darkness and wondering, what is happening? That is not random anxiety. That is not your imagination. That is your spirit. Your spirit trying to scream at you. And this is the interpretation of that scream. This is a warning. No, not just a warning. This is final warning number 3. An urgent and sacred message sent directly from heaven. A message that Archangel Michael himself has been commanded to deliver. To you, not the person next to you, not someone else. You. And he says it cannot wait. Heaven will not speak again on this matter. There will be no fourth message. There will be no more gentle reminders. The time for whispers is over. Now is the time for thunder, because tomorrow, at precisely 8:03 p.m., something sudden and dangerous is about to happen. An event that has been set in the spiritual realms, a trap meticulously laid by the enemy of your destiny. This is not a drill. This is not a metaphor. This is a spiritual evacuation order. And the only instruction, the only call to action, the only command from Archangel Michael for you right now is 3 simple words that carry the weight of the cosmos. Pack your bags, stay with me, turn off every distraction. Because what you hear in the next few minutes will determine whether tomorrow at 8:03 p.m. is a moment of miraculous deliverance or a tragic mistake you will regret for eternity. The choice is yours, and the clock is ticking. The urgency is sacred, and it is final. You have to understand this in the marrow of your bones. Procrastination right now is your most dangerous enemy. This is not one of those emails you mark as unread to get back to later. This is not a text you glance at in a hurry. The fact that you are hearing this at this exact moment is a divine appointment, an intervention calculated down to the nanosecond by the heavenly realms. Why? Because this message is stamped with 3 unmistakable labels: urgent, sacred, and final. Urgent, because there is a deadline. The clock is ticking, not by human time, but by cosmic time. Every second you hesitate, every moment you doubt is a second that the hedge of protection around you could weaken. Sacred, because it does not originate from human wisdom or speculation. It comes from a higher source, a place where the entire tapestry of your life is seen clearly, your past, your present, and your future. Archangel Michael, the warrior of God, does not leave his post for trivial matters. When he speaks, it is because a war is underway and your soul is on the front lines. And final. Let that word sink in. Final. It means there are no second chances. There is no next time. Heaven has been patient. God has been merciful. Gentle reminders have been sent in countless forms, which we will get to. But that patience, as vast as the ocean, has its limit when the eternal safety of a soul, as precious as yours, is at stake. Final warning number 3 isn't a random number. It is a sign that grace has been extended to its absolute maximum. The door of opportunity to listen willingly is about to close. Consider this a Category 5 hurricane warning for your soul. You don't sit back and debate with a meteorologist. You don't say, "Oh, I'll see how the weather is tomorrow." You act. You fortify your house. You evacuate. This is that spiritual evacuation order. The situation is real. The danger is specific. And your action must be immediate. To ignore this warning, even just in your mind by dismissing it as something weird, is to invite irreversible consequences. You will be caught in something that your prayers will not be able to untangle later. Why? Such a specific time? Tomorrow at 8:03 p.m. This number is repeated not to create fear, but to shock you out of your complacency. It is not a metaphor or a vague symbol. It is a sacred time stone, a precise coordinate on the map of your destiny dot in the scrolls of heaven, where the story of every soul is recorded. Your name is marked next to this time, 8:03 p.m. This is not a human guess. This is a divine revelation. It shows that the plans of the universe have an exactness we often fail to perceive. So, what is the significance of 8:03 p.m.? At that exact moment, a spiritual gate will change its state. It can either slam shut, trapping you in a situation of chaos, or it can swing open, leading you onto a prepared path of safety and promotion. It is a fulcrum point, a hinge moment upon which your entire near future will pivot. Your actions, or your lack of action, in the next few hours will determine what that gate does for you. It will be a moment of miracle or a moment of mistake. A moment you will either look back on with infinite gratitude or with inconsolable regret. The choice you make right now, hearing these words, will determine that outcome. Heaven describes it like this: a hand will reach for you, but it will not be human. It will be the hand of deliverance or the hand of delay. The hand of deliverance will pull you up and out of harm's way. The hand of delay will hold you right where you are, just long enough for the trap to spring. Which hand will you grab? Your obedience will grab the hand of deliverance. Your doubt and disobedience will grab the hand of delay. Make no mistake, this is not an abstract spiritual event with no real-world impact. The message is clear. This is a real moment in time that will affect your destiny, your relationships, your health, and even your longevity. Its importance cannot be overstated. It will touch every single aspect of your life. A decision gate will open. If you have packed your bags as instructed, you will walk through it and into a divine alignment of safety. You will feel an unexplainable peace wash over you. But if you ignore this final warning, if you are still entangled with what heaven is asking you to release, you will be pulled into a vortex of chaos that was never meant for you. Let this be seared into your mind. Time is no longer your friend. Heaven has calculated every second, every moment. They have given you the precise amount of time needed to hear, understand, and act. No more, no less. Now, be honest with yourself. Is this message, as shocking as it is, truly a complete surprise? Or is it just a confirmation of something you have already been feeling deep inside? You have felt a strange tension in the air, a spiritual restlessness, like the static before a thunderstorm. You couldn't name it, but you felt it. An unnamed sense of dread creeping into your quiet moments. Waking up in the middle of the night for no reason. Your heart racing is not normal insomnia. Feeling uneasy around certain people or places, even when they seem perfectly fine, is not your imagination. It is your spirit trying to speak up. It is your innate spiritual alarm system blaring, but you have grown accustomed to hitting the snooze button. You dismissed it. You told yourself you were just tired, stressed, or overthinking. But heaven confirms today that was Archangel Michael trying to warn you through your dreams. Your instincts, the gut feelings you keep ignoring. You knew deep down that something was coming. You didn't know what, you didn't know when, but the sense of an impending event has been hanging over you like a cloud. Those strange dreams, the fragmented images, the intense emotions you couldn't explain upon waking, the sudden delays in your plans, the last-minute canceled appointments, the tension in conversations that seemed to come from nowhere. That feeling that something is fundamentally shifting in your life, that wasn't paranoia. Those were prophetic warnings. It was your soul recognizing that the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinning. The divine is calling, and the time is now. God has been sending signal after signal. You missed them. Think back. The flickering lights, right when you were thinking about a critical problem. The sudden dreams of people you hadn't thought of in years. The message in a stranger's eyes. Fleeting glance that carried a profound meaning you couldn't decipher. That weird feeling when you entered that room. A coldness, a heaviness you couldn't explain with logic. The strange chill in the air on a hot day. Or the restless dreams you chalked up to poor sleep. They were all warnings. Heaven's gentle knocks on your door. But you didn't open. So today, they have to break the door down. The truth is, you should have faced this danger long ago. But God, in His infinite mercy, has been merciful time and time again. He has delayed the enemy's plans. He has sent signs. But you, in the busyness of your life, in the innocence of your heart, did not recognize them. Think of those missed opportunities, the red flags you didn't see, the missed calls from people your gut told you not to call back, the deleted messages where you had a feeling something was wrong, the subtle lies wrapped in sugar, the sweet promises that hid a bitter intent. You didn't catch the red flags? Not because you are foolish. No, heaven is clear. It is because you trust too deeply, you love too innocently. It is not your fault, but your purity. Your pure heart is a gift, but in a world full of wounded souls and dark intentions, it can also become a vulnerability. And now, this purity has become a weapon the enemy is trying to use against you. They are taking advantage of your kindness, your willingness to give second chances, your belief in the best in people. And God, in His fierce protection, refuses to let that happen. You must realize that you are a survivor. You have survived what should have killed you. You have outlived the sabotage others tried to sow in your life. You have overcome shame that was not yours to carry. You have fought silent battles that no one knew about. Now it is time for you to protect what you have been given. You must protect the peace that you have paid for so dearly. You will never truly know what God has saved you from in the past if you do not listen now. All those near misses, those last-minute changes of plans, those toxic relationships that ended on their own, that was not luck. That was intervention. And if you ignore this warning voice, you will never see the beauty of what is to come. Heaven has watched long enough. They have seen the traps being set. They have heard the whispers in the darkness. The trumpet has sounded in the spiritual realm. And this message, this video, this voice, it is the last rope heaven is holding, out to pull you into safety. Even the silence you may have felt from heaven in the past, the times you prayed and felt like no one was listening, that was not abandonment. Today's message reveals it was God's strategy. He was positioning you in places where the enemy could not track you. You have been hidden in plain sight. But that season of hiding is over. It is time to move. All warnings have been exhausted. The feelings, the dreams, the strange encounters, the emotional turmoil, they were all signals. Now, all that remains is the command. Why you? The attack on your destiny, a question, may arise in your mind. Why me? What did I do wrong to face this danger? Heaven's answer will stun you. This urgency is not because you did something wrong. It's the complete opposite. It is happening precisely because you have been doing something right. It is happening because you are so precious. You are not being punished. You are being attacked. The enemy of light, of progress, of divine destiny, has launched an all-out assault to pull you off track right before your breakthrough. That's right. You are closer than you think. The thing you have been praying for, working for, crying for. It is just around the corner. Your moment of promotion is near, but it is under threat. The enemy knows that if you get there, you will become a beacon too bright, a force too powerful. So they are making one last, desperate attempt to stop. You have to understand that you have been divinely protected until now, even from dangers you never knew were stalking you. The accidents that didn't happen, the plots that failed, the curses that were broken before they could take root. But this attack is different. It is more subtle. It targets your free will, your ability to choose. This message itself is proof of your value. It is sacred, and not everyone has access to it. God, in His wisdom, has hidden this word from the eyes of those who would mock or ignore it. If you are hearing this, it is not because of a YouTube algorithm. It is not a coincidence. It is divine selection. Your spirit has been granted top-level security clearance to intelligence from heaven. That comes with a responsibility. You are special, you are protected, but you are also accountable. The responsibility to listen and to act. You were marked from birth. Think about your life. You have always felt different, haven't you? You always knew there was something different about you. A deeper sensitivity, a stronger awareness. Sense that you are here for a greater purpose than just to exist. That is the seal of God upon your soul. Out of the billions of souls on this planet, God chose you to hear this because your name has been called in heaven. In the emergency strategy session of the angelic realms, your name was mentioned. You are on the list of those to be protected, the list of those who are loved, the list of those who are about to make a difference. Now, we must be clear about the nature of this attack. This is spiritual warfare. This is not bad luck. This is not a series of unfortunate random events. This is a targeted, intentional assault. And that is why the messenger is Archangel Michael. He is the commander of the heavenly armies. He does not get involved in small skirmishes. When Michael shows up, it is because the situation has escalated to the highest level. He doesn't come with gentle whispers. He comes with thunder, with fire, with a command. His word is a sword that cuts through confusion and deception. And he says that this is the final battle for this season of your life. He has been commanded to fight for you, but only if you consent through your obedience. Heaven honors your free will. Michael cannot override what you choose to tolerate. What has the enemy done? They have placed someone in your path with an assignment. Listen carefully. There is a person in your circle. Could be a friend, a family member, a colleague, a lover who is not who they appear to be. On the surface, they look kind. They seem supportive. They say all the right things. But in the spiritual realm, they are cloaked in deception. They are being manipulated by dark forces to get close to you, to study you, to mimic your light. Their goal? To hold you back, to distract you, to sow doubt until exactly 8:03 p.m. tomorrow. Your purity and kindness, as mentioned, have become a weapon the enemy is trying to use against you. You keep giving them chances. You keep believing their words, while they are, wittingly or unwittingly, carrying out an assignment of sabotage. The message warns that there is a friend you trust who is spiritually compromised. Perhaps they don't even realize it. They may be a good person with unhealed wounds, which makes them a vessel to delay you. Their negative energy, their pessimism, their bad advice. It is all part of the plan. And if you remain connected to them, if you listen to their counsel tomorrow, their assignment will be complete at precisely 8:03 p.m. Something has been set up. This is not random. Someone made a decision. Someone spoke your name in a room full of darkness. A decision was made in the spiritual realm to target you. And this fight isn't just about you. It's deeper than that. It is about a bloodline, about generations of divine light trying to break a curse that has run through your family. Have you ever wondered why your life has been so hard? Why every time you take 2 steps forward, something pushes you 3 steps back? It's not bad luck. It is targeted warfare. You were born to be a disruptor of the negative patterns. In your lineage patterns of poverty, sickness, addiction, abuse, failure, you were born to carry the weight of change. And that is a noble but incredibly heavy burden. The enemy has studied your bloodline. He knows what is hidden in your DNA, the potential, the power, the calling. He knows what you carry is dangerous to his kingdom. So he has assigned spirits to delay you, distract you, depress you, and discourage you since you were a child. Heaven even gets specific. There is a woman, someone feigning concern, who has been spiritually weaponized. Let the Holy Spirit reveal to you who this is. Her words are sweet as honey, but her intent is as bitter as wormwood. She is assigned to delay you. And the warning says, she will say something tomorrow that seems harmless, but it will trigger a domino effect of chaos if you are not spiritually covered. There is even someone who calls you family, but they are feeding information about you to the one who wants to destroy you. They may not realize the gravity of what they are doing, but their harmless complaints, their gossip, is providing ammunition to your enemy. The enemy is fighting so hard to confuse you, distract you, and derail you. Because they too have seen your name in the prophetic scrolls. They see your promotion, and they have marked you for destruction. There is someone who smiles to your face, but hides a sword behind their back, and they have been secretly plotting. This person is not a stranger. This is someone you know, and they have made a decision that will directly affect your safety unless action is taken now. Finally, the enemy is planning one final move. They will appear as a helpful person, someone with a solution to your problem. They will come with an offer, advice, an opportunity that seems perfect. But the message warns that their advice will lead you into spiritual entanglement, financial loss, and even physical harm. This is the gravity of the situation. This is why heaven had to intervene so forcefully. The command, pack your bags. Now we come to the core command, pack your bags. As you hear these words, your mind might immediately go to a physical move, packing suitcases, moving house, leaving a city. And for a few of you hearing this, that is exactly what it means. The instruction states clearly that it could include a literal move and may lead to that. If in the next few hours, through prayer, through a clear sign, through an unshakable urge in your soul, you are told to physically move, then follow that guidance without hesitation. You may need to leave that house, that apartment, that city immediately. Do not question it. Just obey. Your safety may depend on it. However, for the vast majority of you, the primary meaning of pack your bags is far deeper. It is a spiritual positioning. It means preparing your mind, emotions, and spirit for a sudden shift. It means getting your heart in order. So what bags do you pack? First, you must release the burdens that are not yours to carry. Picture yourself opening an old, dusty suitcase you've been dragging through your life. What is inside? Pack up the hurt you were never meant to carry, the scars from other people's words, other people's actions. They are not yours. Take them out. Pack up the shame that was never yours. The shame over your past, your mistakes, or even the shame others have projected onto you to control you. God has forgiven you. Now you must forgive yourself. Take it out. Pack up the guilt that others placed on you to manipulate you. Toxic people are masters at making you feel guilty for setting boundaries, for saying no, for taking care of yourself. It's a false weight. Take it out. This is the excess baggage that is preventing you from taking flight. Second, you must leave toxic environments and limiting relationships. This is the hardest part, but it is the most critical dot. The message is blunt. You cannot stay. Here, you cannot stay in this energy. This atmosphere, this environment where people smile at you but secretly envy your light. You know exactly what that environment is. It could be your workplace, your friend group, or even your own home. Some people you are still holding on to cannot go with you. Read that again. Some people you are holding on to, maybe God has been trying to remove them for a long time, but you keep pulling them back. Heaven warns, if you bring them into your next season, what was meant to be a blessing will become a battlefield. They will sabotage the miracle because their doubt, jealousy, and negativity cannot coexist with the blessing God has for you. You know who you need to let go of. Right now, a name, a face is coming to your mind. Do not dismiss it. That is the Holy Spirit's confirmation. You know the conversation you need to stop having. You know the habit that is draining your energy and keeping your spiritual vision cloudy. The command is to let go of what does not align with where God is taking you. This requires a holy ruthlessness. Drop the people who drain your light, but smile in your face. Start removing the people who mock your growth. The ones who say, "Oh, you're on that spiritual stuff again?" Or "You've changed so much." Do it practically. Delete the number, block the access, sever the tie. This is not pettiness. It is spiritual self-preservation. Recognize that some people are only clinging to you because they can sense your miracle is approaching. They are like moths to a flame. They want proximity to the glory, but not the process. They want the benefits, but not the battle. They cannot go with you. You must remove yourself from the space you have outgrown. You don't fit there anymore. Trying to stay only causes pain. Let go of what you have been holding on to too tightly. A relationship, a job, an old dream that no longer serves you. Trust that God is cutting them off for you, even if it breaks your heart, because your next season is too expensive to share with traitors. Take specific action. Block the person you keep giving a second chance to, who never repents. You know who it is. Third, you must change your mindset and limiting beliefs. Pack your bags from the mindset that keeps saying, "I'll do it later." That procrastination is a form of fear. The time is now. Pack your bags from the belief that says, "I'm not worthy." After everything you have heard, how can you still believe that lie? This message is a declaration from the throne of God. You are worthy. You are seen. You are chosen. You cannot sit in this energy any longer. The energy of doubt, fear, and lack. You must get up and walk out of it. Finally, packing your bags is about preparing for the shift. You must begin to prepare to move emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and maybe literally. It requires concrete action. Start preparing, start fasting, start praying. Fasting isn't just about food. It's about abstaining from distractions, so you can hear God's voice more clearly. Prayer isn't a wish list. It's a conversation, a listening. Cancel the meeting you know you shouldn't attend. Pray before you speak. Fast if God tells you to. Become sensitive to the Holy Spirit's prompts in the coming hours. This urgency cannot be stressed enough. Every word of this message is soaked in immediacy. You cannot afford to delay another second. Let go of the illusion that you have plenty of time. You don't. Your enemy is operating on a strict schedule, and their moment of attack is set. Your protection requires that you, too, act on a strict schedule. This is why this message was written with no fluff, no pleasantries, only raw divine truth. Heaven does not have time to sugarcoat, because God is not playing games about your destiny. There is no more time for delay. The clock is ticking. 8:03 p.m. is not far away. Let this sense of urgency propel you to action, not paralyze you with fear. Time is no longer your friend. It has become a critical variable in the equation of your fate. Time is running out. Repeat that to yourself. This is not panic. This is prophecy. Panic is emotion without direction. Prophecy is truth spoken ahead of time so you can prepare, but do not despair. The good news is, heaven has calculated it. There is just enough time, not too much, not too little, but just enough for you to do what needs to be done. But you must start now. Divine protection is not a passive blanket. It requires participation. Heaven is doing its part. The angels are in their positions. Archangel Michael has his sword drawn. This is your part to act. In this situation, obedience is your protection, and protection is the miracle. You will never know what horrific trap you avoided, what tragedy you did not have to live through, simply by listening and obeying now. The greatest miracles are often the bad things that don't happen. Heaven is moving for you, but will you move with it? Will you answer the call? God is not asking you to understand the whole plan. He is not asking you to have all the answers. He needs only one thing from you: your consent, your surrender, your willingness to pack your bags and leave behind what no longer aligns with your future. You have prayed for a breakthrough. You have cried for a change. But you have been asking for a breakthrough. But the breakthrough cannot enter where disobedience still resides. Your entanglement with people and situations God has told you to leave is blocking your blessing. God is not punishing you. He is protecting you, but you must trust Him enough to obey, even when it makes no sense. Human logic will fail in this situation. Your intellect will not be able to comprehend it. You must move by faith. Whatever the instruction is, do it urgently. Do it with trust, even if you don't know the whole picture. You must act now. And here is the promise that comes with the command. No harm will touch you if you act now. Something that was meant to come upon you will miss you completely if you obey, or it will strike if you do not. The choice is truly that clear dot. Do not think you can bargain with heaven. Heaven is not giving you another chance after this. This is the line. This is not for punishment. It is because all warnings have been exhausted. Your safety and your order for this next 24 hours will depend entirely on your compliance, your immediate action plan. So, what do you do right now? After this video ends, start preparing, start fasting, start praying. Get quiet, turn off the phone, turn off the TV, listen. Start removing the people who mock your growth. Open your contacts. Delete the number, block the access, sever the tie. Be decisive. Cancel the trip, delete the message, ignore the call. If you have a plan for tomorrow that feels off, cancel it. If there is a text waiting for a reply from a toxic person, delete it. If they call, do not pick up. Whatever the Spirit reveals in the next few hours, obey without hesitation. It might be a sudden thought, a strong feeling. Do not ignore it. A critical instruction. Do not share this with everyone. This message is sacred and encoded for your spirit. It is not for mocking eyes or ears that do not understand warfare. Sharing it with the wrong person will only invite doubt and ridicule, weakening your resolve. This is for you. Start by praying. Not later, now. Pause for a moment and say these words out loud. God, I am listening. Archangel Michael, I trust you. I receive the instruction. Release them. Let them go. Remove the item. Delete the message. Block the contact. Empty the bag. Throw the thing away. Clean your space. If there is an item in your home that connects you to a toxic person or past, get rid of it. Do it today. Finally, ask God directly. What must I remove? Where must I go? What bag must I pack? What situation must I end? And then, in the silence, listen for the answer. It will come. A final prayer of declaration now is the time for you to participate, to add your voice, to declare your choice. Want you to, if you can, repeat these words after me. Say them out loud so the walls of your room hear it, so the angels hear it, so the enemy hears it, so your own soul hears it. Take a deep breath and declare, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am divinely protected. Angels are surrounding me. I walk with heaven. I listen. I obey. I survive. I thrive. In the name of God, I declare that at 8:03 p.m. tomorrow, I will be in divine safety. Every plan of the enemy against me is canceled. Every trap is dismantled. I choose life. I choose blessing. I choose my future. Archangel Michael, fight for me. God, lead me. My bags are packed. Amen. Double quotes now. Go and act. Do not delay. And know this in the core of your heart: you are not alone. You have never been alone. You will never be alone. Heaven is with you.